Nacional de Brasil.
Followed by the national anthem of Brazil. So we're about 2.5 minutes away from the third game of the day, the first day here at the South American Basketball Championships, Brazil against Paraguay. I told you that Paraguay have been limited to 2 silvers and one bronze medal over the years. This competition was first played in 1930, and the overwhelmingly most successful team in the competition over the years has been Brazil. They've won 18 golds, 12 silvers and 7 bronze. Their most recent gold medal was in 2010 when they beat Argentina 87-77. Last time it was held in 2012, they came 4th, lost 68-80 to Uruguay in the bronze medal game. As the two coaches and the team representatives exchange greetings. Coach Jose Neto of Brazil. Favourites for the competition, Brazil. But, we've already seen a very strong Uruguayan team, very, very strong Argentinian side, and later on the host nation Venezuela. They'll be disappointed that they didn't qualify for Spain after last year's Olympic qualifying tournament. They came 5th in that. 4 teams qualified: the Dominican Republic, Argentina, Puerto Rico and Mexico, and Venezuela lost out on qualification. Paraguay, no, they're up against it. They've already seen 2 blowouts today, and they do not want to be involved in a third. Ecuador began very well, restricting Argentina to a 10-9 score after one period, but then the world sort of fell apart a little bit. And Chile, they too began well, couldn't sustain the effort, and they lost convincingly. They're the starting 5 for Brazil. Rafael Hetzheimer, he plays his basketball in the ACB in Spain, former Real Madrid player, nowadays at Malaga. Another player who plays in Spain, Augusto Brito, number 13, plays in Murcia. Luis also plays in Spain. Mongoose. Altognini also in Spain. So 4 players play in Spain and the rest play in their native country, Brazil. They're the starting 5 for Paraguay. And Ariel Reate, head coach of Paraguay, well, using this competition as experience. Brazilians make their final preparations. Arena filling up fairly rapidly now. The chock-a-block. Great atmosphere for the last game, and I'm sure a lot of these people have come to see just exactly what the opposition is going to be like. 8 teams in this tournament, 2 groups of 4. Top 2 from each group go through to the semi-finals. Those who come 3rd and 4th play in the classification round. So it's Brazil in white, Paraguay in blue. And Paraguay win the opening tap. That's a strong move along the baseline, using the equipment to protect the shot, and Paraguay trouble the scorer first of all. Is Helemo Arujo. We have a bonus to come. And the 3-point play is completed. 3-0 Paraguay. Well, it's uncanny that the underdogs in the 3 games played so far. This is the beginning of the 3rd game. The underdogs have scored first. Terrific rebounding from Brazil. And the first foul against Paraguay. It's their number 7, Bruno Zanotti. So Brazil on the foul line with 2 shots. There's the foul, pretty obvious one. Rafael Hitzheimer on the foul line. I think he was fairly disappointed with his time at Real Madrid. Didn't get an awful lot of court time. We'll have a much more court time at Malaga. No walk, despite the protestation from the Brazilian bench, and the foul. And it's against Brazil's number 4, De Silva. No rebounders for Paraguay. Easy possession for Brazil. Well, a very ambitious pass is easily picked off by Paraguay, and here they are on the break. But no points. Well, Simon couldn't quite grab the ball. It slipped out of his hand. Possession Paraguay. Annoyed himself at Simon. Pass inside. Lovely move, and Paraguay go 5-2 up. Superb footwork. He left his pivot foot and a little baby hook. There's Hetzheimer, focus of attention on the Brazilian side. Hetzheimer got, it wasn't Hetzheimer actually, but almost a tip in for Brazil. That was Augusto Cesar. The Brazilian player, Neto, got caught on the screen there and almost allowed an open path to the basket. And there he is getting a rebound. That's a pretty uncompromising foul. And the referee, I'm sure, is very tempted to call an unsportsmanlike there. Well, there's the foul. Almost a wrestling act on the halfway line. Maloney there, the foul. Well, the ball slipped out of the hands of Augusto Cesar. Well, that's a loss of attention from Paraguay, but luckily for them, they get the rebound. Snapshot from Brazil, not quite what the coach wanted. Out of bounds, that's terrific defense. Yeah, Hetzheimer congratulates the official on making the call. Wow, what has happened here? Well, the ball was bounced on Hetzheimer's foot, which was out of bounds. Snap three-pointer off the glass, and they all count. It's 8-3 the score. Maloney off the glass. Disregard the score there. 8-2 in fact. Hetzheimer in the low post. Well, almost had the ball intercepted there. In the corner. Well, if you can rebound an air ball, that goes against, in favour of Paraguay's stats. Well, almost an isolation play there. But Paraguay take too long. And the rebound for Hetzheimer. It is uncanny how Uruguay, Brazil and Argentina have made slow starts to this tournament. Brazil's Augusto Cesar will go to the foul line for 2 foul shots. And foul against Paraguay's Jose Fabio. The only good thing about that foul was there's no bonus. Paraguay are fully committed. The defense tried to block the shot and ended up in the front row. Mr. Cesar misses the first shot by a long way. To give him his full name, Augusto Brito. Apologies for the misunderstanding on names. Some of these Brazilian names are that's been called a travel against Hetzheimer. I think you can clearly see he doesn't quite believe the call there. He doesn't agree with it anyway. I tell you what though, he's lucky not to get an offensive foul. The reason he didn't get an offensive foul is because the defender was in the no charge circle there. But he dipped his shoulder. Well, many a day may have been called a foul on that one. Change of direction and nice pass inside, but well read by Hetzheimer. We go Brazil on the break and that's deflected. Good defense, Paraguay. cry from the Brazilian bench is Lima. That means number 13 has to, there's a play for Justo Puto, Lima. Well, that's Lima. And the play was for him, but he missed the shot. Simple game. I like that idea of the bench calling out the man who's going to score. Well, that man who did score is Lima's opposite number. It's Edison Ortiz. 11-2 to Paraguay. Nobody's following the scripts today. Not initially, anyway. Etzheimer loses the ball, looks at the referee. Here go Paraguay on the break. And they score. 15-2 timeout Brazil. Paraguay are in heaven. Wow, what a start for Paraguay. Daniel Perez hits the layup. Brazil, they call what can only be described as a desperation timeout.
García, el pase adicional de Prigioni para un delfino abierto.
Back here in Margarita in Venezuela for the Paraguay-Brazil game, but I tell you what, that's an awesome video, isn't it? Promoting the forthcoming World Cup in Spain. What a competition that is going to be. I had the privilege of being in Turkey 4 years ago. That was awesome as well. But, well, Spain is going to be something else. We'll be in Gran Canaria with Lloyd Gardner for Group D. I can hardly wait. Tingles down your spine just thinking about it. At the moment, tingles down the spine on to Paraguay because they're leading Brazil 13-2. And they really are looking very confident indeed. Oh, wonderful outlet pass. Outlet pass there from Rafael Etzheimer. Instantaneous offense and terrific fast break from Brazil. Finished off by Nascimento. Carlos Nascimento. Good hands. We may see a Paraguayan timeout now because that's 4 without reply coming out of the timeout for Brazil. They mean business. And why shouldn't they? The most successful team over the years in this competition. There it is, timeout Paraguay. Coach Ariel Reate seen enough. It was 13-2, now it's 13-6. And he does not want Brazil to have too many other fast break scores. Doesn't want them to have too many other scores from anywhere, in fact. Watching highlights of the crucial stages of this game, and a lot of those highlights belong to Paraguay, but Brazil have scrapped their way back into the game. Yeah, evidence of good defense from Brazil, and very acrobatic layup. Reality there. A good job called a quick timeout to stop any momentum that Brazil were building up. So coming out of the timeout, Paraguay possession and a little bit of up-court pressure from Brazil. Well, the pressure dissipated immediately. And it's a good press break from Paraguay. Foul, Hetzheimer, little push, that's his second foul. Good isolation play there. And it was the fact that Hetzheimer was moving forwards when contact occurred. Very close to a 5-second call. And the foul. It's an offensive foul. Well, number 6 for Paraguay there looks in bewilderment at the referee, Manuel Aponte, 22-year-old, his foul. He dipped his shoulder. Well, I seem to remember a certain Brazilian player called Hetzheimer did exactly the same. He got a travel call, not an offensive foul. And to make matters worse, Aponte then picks up a defensive foul. 2 fouls with the clock hardly moving. And a change of direction. That's what drew the foul from Raul Tony. And because Paraguay are in the penalty, it's a 2-shot foul. Well, the second is good, so 13 plays 7. 5 without reply for Brazil. Paraguay shooting 50% from 2-point range, and near 28 for Brazil. But they're back in the game. Travel called. It's all gone horribly wrong for Paraguay. They haven't scored for a long time. Not since Brazil called a timeout. Substitution Paraguay. 8 coming in. It's Ramon Sanchez. This is more like the Brazil that we've known over the years. One last pass inside. And somehow Brazil, well, good smuggling acts inside. Nascimento and Rodriguez. And apologies for any misidentification, because Brazil do tend to have very long names. And pick whichever one you want to use, I suppose. No 3-pointer this time. Rebound has Hetzheimer. So 7 points without reply for Brazil. That's an offensive foul if ever I saw one. Yeah, exactly the same. You cannot complain, Rafael Hetzheimer, because you just had the benefit of the same call at the other end. Look at the shoulder, the right shoulder outside the no charge circle. Yeah, just tiptoed outside the no charge circle. Good call, Mr. Referee, sir. 15 for Brazil in this Cristiano Felicio. Well, the pressure from Brazil is very deceptive. It's not there initially, and then suddenly when Paraguay get the ball on the halfway line, there it is. Looking for the turnover, looking to make Paraguay make a mistake. And there they make a mistake, and Brazil get the rebound. Coach Royati looks on with a degree of anxiety. Guillermo Araújo looks distinctly uncomfortable. Yeah, I think he's turned his ankle. So 5 coming in for Brazil is Rafael Luz. The referee says, no, you've got to go through the correct procedure. Dead right. It's Vitor Benedí hits the bench. 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Paraguay still lead, having led by 11, and they lead only 4. On the turnaround, 9 points without reply now. Jefferson on the fadeaway. There's that halfway line trap again. Well, there was a screen there, but it wasn't used. Travel, excellent defense from Brazil. Well, since the timeout, it's been all Brazil. And I'll rephrase that, since Brazil's timeout, it's been all Brazil, because Paraguay have had a timeout in between that. 9 without reply for Brazil. 5 turnovers each. But those 5 Brazilian turnovers were very early on. And the rebound, Jefferson. Last minute of the first period. Well, Paraguay hit 2 from the arc. Brazil, none from their 3 attempts. Oh, lovely pass. And the 2, and the bonus. And Brazil have tied things up after being adrift by 11 and now level, and they have a possibility of a 3-point play which would put them 1 ahead. Lovely cut to the hoop. Cristiano Felicio. It seems to take the more favoured teams a while to get moving in this tournament. Now Brazil are moving. They're looking very, very efficient, very confident, and very dangerous. Brazil hit the lead. 13 points without reply for Brazil. Trap on the hop on the 3-point line there, and there's a foul. Number 6 for Brazil, that's Tony. Raul, Tony. There it is, little hold. So because Brazil are also in the penalty, it's a 2-shot foul. Well, I'm not sure the players have to line up. The referee telling them to do so. So we have a tie again at 14s. Carlos Barrios. 2 from 2, and Paraguay regain the lead. Brazil's lead didn't last very long. Diego Barreiro in for Paraguay now. And coming out, Edison Ortiz. Famous name, Ortiz, in basketball terms. Not necessarily for Paraguay, though. Definitely for Puerto Rico. Differential of about 5 seconds between game and shot clock at the end of the third. Oh, I was about to say, lovely score, but the spin took the score away, and there's a foul. The man who just missed the layup commits the foul, Raul. Raul Neto. I'm not sure whether Raul Neto is related to Jose Neto, the coach. He's only 22. Possibility. We'll have to work on that one. Carlos again on the foul line for the second time in quick succession. All of his 3 points from the line. Make that 4 points. Paraguay by 3 with 12 seconds left in the first half. And 14 coming in for Paraguay. Will Brazil have the last shot of the period? From the corner. If they do, it misses. And there's the rebound. So Paraguay lead by 3 at the end of one period of play. And I did not expect to be out that I was going to say that. They led 13-2. Brazil scored the next several points in a row to go 14-13 up, but 4 without reply for Paraguay have seen them regain the lead. It's 17-14. Paraguay over Brazil after one period of play.
Con una producción de Jenny Torre. Los aplausos del público presente.
Si te llamo cielo volteas, si te llamo sol de mis ojos, si te digo estrella me sonríes, sí, desnudando la noche. No sé si llamarte poesía, no sé si llamarte picardía, no sé si relacionarte con la realidad, una fantasía. Creo que te llamaré amor.
Let's talk stats for a while. Both teams have scored 5 two-pointers. Both are shooting at 42%. Brazil have not hit a three-pointer yet. Paraguay put 2 from the 5 attempts they've made. Brazil shooting 4 from 7 from the line. Paraguay 4 from 4. Brazil leading the rebounds 8-5. Brazil leading the steals 4-1. 5 turnovers each team. Nothing in the fouls. 10 points in the paint for Brazil, 6 for Paraguay. 7 chance points, nothing in that, 2 each. Points off turnovers as well. Wow, 6 points off turnovers for Brazil, only 2 for Paraguay. But Paraguay leads 17-14.
Quiero escuchar un grito a ver la gente que apoya a Brasil. Recordamos la gran inauguración de la 46ª edición Campeonato Sudamericano Baloncesto 2014-7:30. Perú contra Venezuela.
2 minutes in between the first and second period. We have 2 minutes of entertainment for the crowd, and now we're back to the real entertainment on the floor. It's Paraguay in blue on defense against Brazil. That was a very clumsy turnover. Very clumsy indeed by Nascimento. Very speculative pass from Sanchez. He knows it, looks up to the heavens. That's an offensive foul against Brazil. That's their second offensive foul. First was against Hetzheimer, and the second against Felicio. There he is. Yeah, that little hip movement. Oh, not so little actually. Nice little drop pass. An easy rebound. Easily that is for Felicio. Felicio sets the screen and then wipes his man out, and a little push as well. And amazingly, the foul is called in favour of number 15, Felicio. Took an age over the foul shot. The eyes of the world in terms of sporting situations on Brazil, recently in the Football World Cup, and of course the Olympics come next year, and they'll be the host nation in those Olympics. One 3-point attempt and the rebound for Felicio. Felicio. Felicio again from downtown. An easy rebound for Peralta. That's an offensive foul. Well, offensive fouls galore tonight. And it's Diego Barrero. Yeah, good defense. And Rafael Luz. 3.5 gone, nobody scored in the second period. As they have now, but good move by Brazil, but again they come up empty-handed. Paraguay are not daunted by playing their more illustrious opponents. Three-pointer didn't go up. Excellent passing from Brazil. But they lose the ball. And you cannot blame the atmospherics here with air conditioning. Oh, well, a slip on the floor. Yes, that floor is slippery, and the dunk. This time, no mistake. Oh, Cristiano Felicio, crowd like that. It's a 1-point game. There's that break, lovely pass. Pass from Jefferson, and there's that slip. There is definitely some moisture on the floor. And the referee's making sure the floor is safe. Unfortunate that for Paraguay. Nothing they could do about that. Just a force of nature, really. Yeah, it's bound to happen when we've got some very hard-working and sweaty players around. It's baking hot outside, so the air conditioning should be helping the players inside. That's an open three. And the rebound for Felicio. Jefferson the three. Well, a three-point attempt at one end misses, but he doesn't at the other. Jefferson puts Brazil into a 2-point lead. Their biggest lead of the game, just 2 points. It has been an 11-point lead for Paraguay, but that seems like an age ago now. On the fadeaway. Well, that's touched by Jefferson last of all. He knows it. Disappointed with himself. Perez in for Paraguay. Daniel Perez. End line, Paraguay. Oh, a lot of hands up in there. In that key, anyone cutting through has to go through a maze of arms. It's way downtown. Wow, what a big three. Monster three, in fact, 8.5 meters from the hoop. And Paraguay regain the lead. These guys don't know the meaning of the words lie down. Is that going to be another three for Brazil? Not this time. Over the top and out of bounds. And the ball is stuck. Momentarily anyway. A surprise. Is that long three. Wow, that's downtown. That's, well, the old expression is NBA distance, possibly a bit further. Nice pass inside, and the turnaround and the fadeaway. Lovely shot. It's a three-point lead again for Paraguay. Who are these guys from Paraguay? Whoever they are, making a real fist of this. Felicio inside. Lovely passing from Brazil. And the three. It's tied up at 22s. Rafael Luz, 22 apiece, his first score of the game. Oh, great backdoor, the reverse layup, and Paraguay regain the lead. Daniel Perez. Look at the coach, Paraguay coach. He's playing defense. He's on the court. Ariati. Don't know whether he expected to be still in this game at this stage. It's 24 each. An easy little layup for Brazil. There's a cheeky steal almost. Substitutions, Brazil. 12 and 14 coming in. That's Rafael Souza, number 12. And 14, Leonardo. Look at that lovely passing and that three-pointer. Spin on the ball, and clipped the back of the rim and dropped in. And Coach Jose Neto looking a little bit more satisfied now. Just about 4.5 minutes remaining, first half. It's downtown again, in and out. You cannot accuse Paraguay of being lacking in confidence. I suppose if you hit one from there, why not take another? Oh, that's a good screen. Freeing the three-point shooter. And sadly for that shooter, he missed. The simplest of offensive ploys, setting a nice front screen. And the foul by Brazil's number 14, Leonardo. Leonardo Mendel, in fact. And the wraparound pass, and the three-pointer is in and out. Under 4 minutes remaining first half. Nothing separating these two South American teams. Lovely give and go, and the foul. And the foul puts Brazil on the foul line in the form of Nascimento. Jose Fabio commits the foul. Brazil lead by 1. Carlos Nascimento from the Flamengo club in Brazil. 31 years of age, buries the first one. Two from two for Nascimento. And Nascimento encourages his teammates to build upon the lead that they have scrapped hard for. But this time, no three-pointer. I hope Paraguay are not content to try and get back into the lead from three-point range alone. There's a lot more to their game than just outside shooting. They've got to do it on defense as well. Again, superb passing from Brazil, and they get the three-pointer. Timeout, Paraguay. This is definitely Brazil's biggest lead now. They lead by 5. You always thought Brazil had it in them in this game against their less illustrious opponents, and that's not being derogatory towards Paraguay at all. Brazil, world power for many, many years, as opposed to Paraguay, newcomers to the world stage, medals-wise anyway. Reality there, attempting just to calm his players down. I think he may be saying we do not want to rely purely and simply on three-pointers. There's more to our game. Brazil do like, and why not? They've been very successful from that particular spot. We'll just have a look at the shot chart and see how many they have scored from that particular position. I think it's three-pointers from, oh, it's 2 3-pointers from that spot. Paraguay hit 2 from the other end of the floor, parallel to that spot, if you get my drift. So the timeout is over. Here go Paraguay. They now trail by 5 with 3 minutes 1 second to go. And the referee has just told the Paraguayan coach Ariel Reati that he is out of timeouts. Good club plays here in this lovely island. Oh, that's brilliant. Press break from Paraguay. They were not daunted at all, and Daniel Perez, reverse layup. It's back to a 3-point game. And oh, there was almost a steal there. Wow, that was so close. Perez was away on the break, but the ball had gone out of bounds. I'm saying a very good basketball club here on the island of Margarita. Fans know all about this game. Oh, Paraguay hadn't got the rebound. They were off to the races, but without the ball. Classic case of you have it, no, you have it there from Paraguay. They do love that spot on the floor. That is a favourite move of Brazil on this right-hand corner here. I think that's 3 3-pointers they've hit there now. They couldn't buy a 3-pointer earlier on, now they've hit 3. Just about 100 seconds remaining in the first period. It's Brazil by 6. Out of bounds, another unwanted turnover against Paraguay. Or was it a foul? It was indeed a foul. Brazil's number 12, Rafael Souza. There's that reverse layup. That reduced the arrears to 3, but then that shot from the right corner. Another 3-pointer for Brazil. So the lead back to 6 for Brazil. 13 coming in, or back in for Brazil, is Augusto Brito. And it's end-line ball for Paraguay. 9 coming out. It's Maloney rather. That's an offensive foul against Paraguay. The last thing they needed. Number 11 is Helemo Harojo. No foul shots, of course, because the fouls committed by the team in control of the ball. Oh, the clock was ticking away there, and the ball was still out of bounds. I'm sure the police will sort that one out, though. Well into the last minute now. Beautiful bounce pass, and the rebound, and that's knocked out of bounds by Paraguay. You don't often see an overhead bounce pass. And we've just seen that, and it almost led to a Brazilian score. Seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Good tie up in the corner and the turnover. Here go Paraguay on the break. Behind the back dribble. Oh, what a wretched turnover by Paraguay. No, this is not the time for showboating behind the back dribbles or behind the back passes. If that three-pointer goes in, Paraguay will be distraught. Well, they get the rebound. 1 second, and the shot can't be taken in time. So the first half ends with Brazil leading Paraguay by 6. Well, we have to heap praise upon Paraguay for staying close to Brazil. But then again, we have to do the same for Brazil because they fought their way back from trailing 2-13. It's an 11-point deficit, and they've turned it around, and now Brazil lead by 6 at half-time. So we'll get a quick version of the statistics. Both teams still shooting 42% from two-point range. Well, I won't continue with that because my stats have not been updated. The stats still say 0 from 3 for Brazil, and I know for a fact they've hit 3. Well, I'll try and update you on the stats if they are updated in front of me. In the meantime, well, with the clock showing 13:50 to go to the start of the second half, just to remind you that Brazil are leading Paraguay in this third game of the first day of the South American Championships. It's Brazil 32, Paraguay 26.
Venezuela entera se conecta con el sudamericano de baloncesto y celebra ser el escenario de un evento que reúne a los mejores deportistas de todo el mundo. Cánteme dice presente. Conectamos deporte, conectamos alegría. ¿Dónde está la gente? ¿Dónde está la gente? ¿Dónde está la gente que vino a apoyar a Venezuela? La 46ª edición del Campeonato Sudamericano de Baloncesto Margarita 2014, bajo la organización de FIBA Américas, ABASU, Asociación de Básquet por Sudamérica, Federación Nacional.
Recordamos que a las 7:30 de la noche, inauguración oficial de la 46ª edición Campeonato Sudamericano de Baloncesto 2014 desde la isla de Margarita. Recordamos al respetado público presente el apoyo con el mantenimiento, el cuidado de nuestras instalaciones. Es importante el comportamiento de todos ustedes, el apoyo del cuidado de nuestras instalaciones.
¿Y dónde está la gente que apoya a Paraguay? ¿Dónde está la gente que apoya a Paraguay? Quiero escuchar una bulla también de la gente que apoya a Brasil. Bienvenidos sean todas y todos ustedes en nombre del MIP Deporte, el Ministerio del Poder Popular para el Deporte y la Gobernación Bolivariana del Estado Nueva Esparta.
Recordamos que a las 7:30 de la noche, la inauguración oficial de la 46ª edición Campeonato Sudamericano de Baloncesto 2014. Margarita. ¿Y dónde está la gente que viene a apoyar a Venezuela?
Welcome back to the island of Margarita, off the northern coast of Venezuela. This beautiful island and this fabulous arena, Estadio Ciudad de la Asunción, 10,000-seater, and it's gradually filling up because after this game it'll be Venezuela, the host nation, against Peru. At the moment, we're just about to start the second half with Brazil leading Paraguay 32-26. Leading scorer in the game is Paraguay's number 5, Daniel Perez. He's on 9 points, and no one else really near double figures. And there's a foul on the play right at the start of this game with less than, well, just about 5 seconds gone in the second half. Now, who was that foul? It was off the ball holding foul. It's a Brazilian. Paraguay, remember, they led 13-2 at one stage. Brazil fought their way back. Brazil on their way to Spain. They have a wild card for the World Cup. That's a lovely move. It's back to a 4-point game. Zanotti just asking the referee for an and one as well, but not getting a foul called in his favour. I think it can be just the 2 points. Hetzheimer is fouled. And everyone keen to keep their hands to themselves. Good to see. Let's see what happens. There's the reach. There's a foul on the head there, and Hetzheimer, well, just throws his hands in frustration of being fouled. But no malice. Rafael Hetzheimer on the foul line. It's the first. His tally now 3 points. He's dragged down 6 rebounds and he's committed 2 fouls. And he takes Brazil's lead back to 6. Paraguay do handle Brazil's press with confidence. Hetzheimer, that's his 7th rebound, and you go Brazil on the break. Huge rebound there for Augusto Quito. Almost a backcourt violation by Brazil, which was forced by Paraguay. Quito. 3-pointer is in and out. How did that stay out? That's a defensive foul. Off the ball holding there. And the Brazilian player came off worse. It's Arthur Silva, Arthur to his friends. Get the ball in safely. Well, that's good hands, denying the passing of Brazil, and that's a good fast break. Very easily finished off by Rafael Hetzheimer. Biggest lead of the game for Brazil. It's 8. They have trailed by 11, and they've made the turnaround. Brazil. The foul is Paraguay's number 13. It's Edison Ortiz. For Brazil, well, NATO, a little change of pace there, and the spin off the glass takes it in to the hoop. Really change hands in the air, great athleticism. Timeout Paraguay, they need to talk things over. It's been a disaster at the start of this second half. Another terrific promotional video for the forthcoming World Cup. Brazil will be there, along with Argentina from South America. Brazil got a wild card. Argentina qualified from the tournament held last year in Venezuela, along with Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic and Mexico. Venezuela missed out. It's the overtime game against Argentina. And having led by 11, Paraguay now trail by 14. Well, the press break works just. Nice pass, and there's a shooting foul, and a foul by Brazil's number 5, Rafael Luz. Paraguay do have a very efficient and impressive press break, but they don't always seem to score from it. They get the ball into a good position, and on this occasion they have to be content with 2 foul shots. They obviously would have preferred an and 1. 11 on the line is Guillermo Araujo. Two from 2. That's good. Back to a 12-point game. As coach Ariel Reate calls out the defense. Paraguay yet to miss from the line. I've got to say, their 3-point shooting has deserted them. And so too, well, until that occasion, their defense as well. But they get the break, and they get 2 off the break. Instant offense from Paraguay. And that's number 6, Manuel Aponte. So back to a 10-point game. My apologies, it's Daniel Perez. Yeah, referee just wants to change the ball. It got a bit greasy. 4 points without reply for Paraguay. Now they need to have a stop on defense. Wow, that was very close to an 8-second call. Brazil wandering the ball up the floor. Yeah, the table has a problem. Yeah, the problem is with the game clock. So all the electrics working perfectly now, and back to the action. Flying rebound for Brazil. And that came off the rim. They have a new shot clock. Strong move. And it's Hetzheimer again inside, being fouled. Number 11 for Paraguay is Araujo, and he fouls his opposite number. An attempted one-handed slam there. Hetzheimer on the foul line. 6 far and 7 rebounds. Last time he was here, he hit both foul shots. And he's halfway to doing that again. Very meticulous on the foul line, as every good player should be. 7 from 7 for Rafael Hetzheimer. Paraguay being forced to play a long way from the hoop. Nice pass inside, lovely move. That's goaltending. Well, Hetzheimer can't believe it. Why? I have no idea. That was such an obvious goaltending. And Coach Neto is saying the ball was outside the rim, outside the cylinder. Well, if we get a chance to see the replay of that, I think that was definitely goaltending. Hetzheimer got caught on someone's thigh, and that someone was Daniel Perez. Let's have a look. That's goaltending. What is the coach complaining about? It's in the cylinder. It's in the cylinder. You can't do that. I think if Coach Neto sees the replay, he may even apologise to the official. Hetzheimer, 7 from 7 from the foul line. Well, when your team is leading by 11 and you've scored 8 of those points all from the foul line, such a crucial phase of the game. He's got 3/4 of his points from the foul line. The message there that he's sending is, don't foul me. Brilliant, 9 from 9. Well, if Hetzheimer does finally make the Brazilian lineup in Spain in the World Cup, and all the scouts will have told their coaches, don't foul this guy, Hetzheimer. Here's Hetzheimer on defense. Forcing the fadeaway shot, good defense, and the rebound grabbed emphatically by Augusto Brito. Brito inside, but can't receive the ball. Here go Paraguay on the break. And this time it is knocked out of bounds by Hetzheimer, and he nods straight away to the official. Good call. That's how to treat the referees, with courtesy. 12 coming in for Paraguay. It's Jose Fabio. Paraguay are struggling to get this deficit into double figures. And number 10 wants to get in there, and that is Carlos Barrios. 22 years of old, he is age rather, Barrios. Got to get it in for 5 seconds. Oh, the steal, that was well read. Great defense there from Raul Neto. Last 4 minutes of the third period. Hetzheimer, his third foul. That was well drawn. A little clumsy from Hetzheimer. That's possibly the worst part of his game, Hetzheimer. A little slow to move his feet. And he comes out on those 3 fouls. Nascimento in for Brazil, and Augusto Brito out as well. So Coach Neto giving his big players a bit of a rest, having to with Summer on 3 fouls anyway. Good hands. And Nascimento has a little chat with the official. A possible foul. Actually not interested. A spin move, but good defense. It's getting a bit hectic in there, and that's excellent defense from Jefferson. Oh, the foul, clumsy foul. Here we go, Barrero. Well, after a very explosive start from Paraguay, they've gone a little bit quiet in this third period. That's why Coach Reate has called timeout. It's a bit of a rest. Let's put a bit more explosive action into the game. Daniel Perez leading scorer for Paraguay on 11 points. No one else anywhere near him. Barrero just been subbed in on 3 fouls. Well, I said no one else anywhere near him, but did a disservice. Marujo. Marujo is on 9 points as we watch action of the third period so far. That was a very athletic move from Raul Neto, and the response was immediate from first misses badly from Raul Neto. If it were not for Rafael Hetzheimer, then Brazil's foul shooting percentage would be, well, not anything to write home about. And eventually, they get the drop. The lead 15. 9 for Brazil. Here's Kea, George Kea. 17-6 since early in the third period. Combined for 17 points. All of those from... Well, the Brazilian player was doing his very best to avoid contact, and the Paraguayan player was doing his very best to cause contact. Foul. Guillermo Araujo back in for Paraguay. They haven't scored for an age, and they still don't score. Carlos Rios hits the second. It's back to a 14-point game now with 2.5 remaining in the third. That's good Dinar defense. Well, I don't know if we called a foul then. No, he's shaking his head now. No call. Out of bounds, Brazil. It's an air ball. They've got to get the defense from Paraguay. Don't foul now. Shot very low. Oh, and eventually Paraguay get the ball. Better phase of defense from Paraguay, but they've got to keep doing that now for, well, nearly 12 minutes. 2 of those in this third period, and Paraguay are on the foul line. Foul by Vitor Beniti. This time, no mistake with the first foul shot for Carlos Rios. Two from 2, so the lead back to 12 for Brazil. And Players wanting to apply some individual pressure there in his front court. The coach said, no, get back and defend the paint. Both teams in the penalty. Oh, that's a monstrous 3. Fading away. And Vitor Beniti. It's a huge 3 there, almost falling into the advertising extension. Oh, a turnover. Paraguay, I have to say, looking a little bit weary now. Came out at the start of the game on fire. But that fire has been extinguished by a very professional Brazilian team. Rebounds dominated by Brazil. Oh, what a pass. Beautiful pass from Jefferson. Again, great example of a very low bounce pass. Very difficult to intercept. And if you know it's coming, you have a distinct advantage. Good rebound for Brazil. And Brazil throwing the ball around now with a great deal of confidence and organisation. Another 3-pointer goes up, and the man who shot the 3 rebounds it and is fouled. And that man is Carlos Nascimento. 31 seconds remaining, third period. Brazil by 16. Nascimento shot from the corner, followed it, grabbed the rebound and was fouled. Nascimento on 8 points. And that's his first rebound. Well, in the second half, it's rare for Brazil to miss a foul shot. Nascimento, another of the Flamengo club players, along with Beniti, Kia. Those 3 play for Flamengo. Oh, the easiest of 2 points. A disaster there for Paraguay, and Jefferson says thank you very much. Jefferson da Silva, I'll have 2 of the easiest points of the night. Just a complete lack of concentration. Lead 18, 10 seconds remaining, third period. And the rebound. And the long shot. Well, how did the guy deserve it? It wasn't a shot at all. It was a long pass to the man who was cherry picking under the hoop. That man was Jefferson da Silva. The third period ends with Brazil leading by 18.
Con una producción de Jenny Torres, DJ Luis. Nuestras hermosísimas, talentosísimas animadoras deportivas de Venezuela, a las 7:30 de la noche. La inauguración oficial de la Copa de
So here we go with the 4th and final period of the third game on day 1 of the South American Championships. It's Brazil leading Paraguay by 18 points. And what's more, Brazil will begin the 4th period in possession. Been a gallant performance from Paraguay. Obvious underdogs in this tie. They led at one stage by 11. And then Brazil got their act together. And they led by 6 at half-time. Now it's an 18-point lead from the team that is off to Spain in about a month's time for the World Cup. Brazil got the wild card along with Finland, Greece and Turkey for that World Cup edition. Brazil, of course, will have other players to come into the squad. And an easy layup. Well, let's call it a dunk then for Paraguay. Rouge, 11 points to match his number. Pass inside. Well, Jefferson da Silva there caught the ball with one hand and almost lost it. And the three-pointer increases the lead to 19. Coming off the bench, George Peyer. Paraguay seem reluctant to shoot, or reluctant to face the hoop. Brazil foul. And it's Rafael de Souza who picks up the foul. And there's that steal, and there's that dunk. Which reduced the arrears momentarily to 16, but then a three-pointer for Brazil made it back to 19. Pretty little weave out the top, but Paraguay not going anywhere in a hurry. As Jefferson gets the rebound. Easily recognisable with that headband. clear out, too easy. Where was the help defence, Paraguay? The answer to that question is he'd have gone elsewhere. And one for Brazil. Rafael Luz on the foul line. No problem for Mr. Luz. Well, earlier on, Chile lost by 40 to Uruguay. Ecuador lost by 56 to Argentina. And it looks very much as though a third very highly rated South American team, Brazil, is going to win here against Paraguay. But, as far as the three underdogs are concerned, Paraguay put in by far the most thrilling performance and hard-working performance as well. Not that the other two teams, Chile and Ecuador, didn't work hard, but lack of productivity, particularly from Ecuador. And Paraguay, they stayed in the game for large parts of it. 20 points the lead for Brazil. It doesn't flatter Brazil, but Paraguay, they've made Brazil aware that they've been in a game. Good rebounding from both teams. That's super defense. Well, Nascimento there. Oh, the referee, the poor referee. And the crowd are enjoying this, but it's a little unkind because the guy might be hurt. I think he is. No, he's smiling. He's all right. Let's get a replay of it. That was super defense, and the referee didn't expect the defense. Fell over one of our cameramen. I hope he hasn't turned his ankle. Yeah, I think he has, you know. That looks very painful. I'm not sure the crowd realised that he'd hurt himself. Nowhere to go. And we're going to get a close-up of it. And there's a grimace there. There really is. If he can't continue, are we going to go back to the days when we had two officials? Oh, he's all right. It's just, actually, it was his elbow that you hurt. Looks like a tough cookie, though, doesn't he? Not smiling, but he's getting on with the game. Well done, sir. And that came about as a result of super defense from Nascimento. So he put his hands up in the air and forced a bad pass. Way downtown. And a cry of anguish. And great trailing play from Brazil. Great awareness. Souza hits his first two of the game. Oh, the behind the back pass. And here go Brazil on the break. Couldn't quite hang on to the ball though. Remember, the situation in this tournament is there are 8 teams, 2 groups of 4, and after the initial single round robin, and the 2 teams who come top of each group will play in the semi-finals, first place second and second place first, etc. And the teams who come third and fourth in each group play for positions 5 to 8. And not having seen Peru yet, I would say that Paraguay looking good for 5th spot. Well, very complicated play there from Brazil, which is unsuccessful, but the fast break is stopped. Coach Jose Neto, I'm not sure he will be in charge when the team goes out to Spain for the World Cup. He'll be part of the coaching team, I think. I'm maybe speculating there. And here go Brazil again on the break. 4 on 2. And a lovely finger roll. Powerful move to the hoop. Nothing that Paraguay could do about that. Beniti hits his 4th point. Almost coast to coast. Oh, nice little 2 versus 2 play. Left-handed hook shot is good. That's a magical move, actually. Well rehearsed and well executed. Remember, Paraguay have only ever won 3 medals over the years in this competition, and those 3 medals won a long time ago, back over 50 years ago. So, not been on the international stage medals-wise seemingly forever. And they have put in a very good performance here. Well, an ambitious bounce pass there. Breathtaking skills, but a terrible pass. And we go Paraguay for an easy layup. Yeah, annoyed with himself. That's the Brazilian number 8, Vitor Beniti. 4 minutes remaining. 20-point game. Brazil leading. Make it 22 now. Simplest of jump shots. There's a little bit of a buzz in the crowd. We've seen some of the Venezuelan officials arriving. Remember, it's Venezuela against Peru in the last game of the day. Oh, a little push there. It's good if you can get away with it. Foul committed by number 14 of Paraguay. It's Peralta. Perez back in. He was their leading scorer for some time, and he still is their leading scorer on 11 points. Well, equal leading scorer actually with Araujo, both on 11. Intonation of the whistle there, the tone of the whistle indicated a foul, but now blast, and it is merely out of bounds for Brazil. Wrap over pass, let's call that. And that's a pass to no one. That's the man who made the pass. Kea looks to the heavens. No apology from Kea, but suitably embarrassed, I would say. It's a fault-like pass that the low post didn't expect, I think. That's a foot violation, so the shot clock is reset to 14. Pass inside, lovely move, great 2 points, very patient play from Paraguay, drew the double team and then found the open man. Araujo now becomes Paraguay's leading scorer on 13 points and the steal as well. Here we go, Paraguay on the break. No offensive foul because, well, the 3 points counts. It's timeout Brazil. Can't really imagine that Brazilian coach Jose Neto is thinking about his team caving in here. It's only a 17-point lead still, just under 3 minutes to go. I suspect the timeout has been called more to still a little bit more discipline, which seems to have disappeared from the Brazilian side in the last minute or so. Problem is, I don't think we're going to see him again. He's on 3 fouls, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 3 fouls with Seimer. 9 of those points have come from the foul line. He hasn't missed a free throw tonight. His breakaway foul, a breakaway score rather, with a dunk on Paraguay's number 11. Guillermo Araujo, who is now their leading scorer on 13 points. This is not live action, we're watching highlights. Perez was leading scorer for some time. Araujo has overtaken him. Some pressure now from Paraguay. 2.5 minutes to go. Can make this a single-figure game? Well, a foul. They put an opponent on the line, and there's a shake of hands there. Araujo, his foul. Araujo, 3 fouls, 13 points, 2 rebounds. Well, despite the fact that the shot was very flat, it went in. And Rafael Souza, it's 1 from 2. Good foul shooting from Brazil, super foul shooting from Paraguay. Rebound for Paraguay. So the timeout called by Jose Neto has had little effect. Okay, they were trailing by 17, and now leading by 17, and now leading by 18, and there's a foul on the play. And the foul is called against a Brazilian player, and that player number 15 is Cristiano Felicio. In line, Paraguay. And that's a held ball. Now, which direction is the arrow pointing? It's pointing in Brazil's favor. That's a very strange angle to get the ball stuck there. I can see it from near the corner, but not from there. Well, the direction arrow was actually pointing in favour of Paraguay. Well spotted, Mr. Commissioner. Well, everyone just waiting for the table to get their electronics working again. And here we go, Paraguay end line. It goes out of bounds. No, it was out of bounds because the Paraguayan player was pushed out of bounds. Sideline this time, Paraguay. 99 seconds remaining in the 4th period. Well, good dribbling skills from a big man. And Felicio commits the foul again. 2 quick fouls in quick succession. The smiling Felicio. 2 shots, Paraguay. A very, very jerky foul shooting action. Guillermo Araujo. Araujo plays for the Capitán de Arecibo club in Puerto Rico. Second is good. Great strength inside. Good footwork and good strength. Back to 19 points. Felicio. His upper body strength to great effect. Araujo, there's Felicio. Points. Again, Araujo. Araujo comes out, he's had a good game. 13 points, Araujo. Not quite the leading scorer now. That honour has been regained by Perez. He's on 14 points. Here's Jefferson. Travel called with 32 seconds remaining. Surely that was very, very suspect footwork. But I suppose with about 15 seconds remaining, the referee is not too bothered. But he is bothered at the moment because a foul has been called. Well, for Brazil, he's on the foul line, Rafael de Souza. Coach Jose Neto, after a somewhat indifferent start for Brazil, he had to call a timeout when the score was 13-2. He did so, and not looked back since. Again, a flat shot. And Rafael de Souza hangs his head in disappointment. 10 seconds left. This is the second as well, but Jefferson gets the rebound. Jefferson for 3 points. There's the buzzer, so 73 pace 56. Brazil go 1-0. After a dreadful start, I use that word hesitatingly. And they were 2-13 behind. That's a good recovery. Brazil always favourites in this game, but just like their Uruguayan and Argentinian colleagues, made a bad start. They actually trailed after one period by 3, having trailed by 11 at one stage, but they've come back in some celebrity style to beat Paraguay 73-56. There the stats. Brazil win the rebounds comprehensively, 45-24. Turnovers exactly equal, 12 steals to 9 in favour of Brazil. Paraguay more assists than Brazil, 3 more in fact. And foul shooting by Brazil, 65%, not good at all, but that was counteracted by 9 from 9 from their leading scorer, Rafael Hetzheimer. Leading scorer in the game was Guillermo Araujo of Paraguay with a very efficient 16 points. I think we'll find Hetzheimer was very close to a double-double. There is 9 rebounds, so 1 rebound short of a double-double. Good performance from Perez, 14 points and 4 rebounds for Paraguay. And the foul counts, nobody fouled out. 2 players on 4 fouls for Paraguay, and the final score 73-56. Brazil go 1-0, Paraguay 0-1. So there is one game remaining on day one of the South American Championships, and that will be Venezuela against Peru. Well, that is scheduled to begin in about 3/4 of an hour's time, so hope to see you then.